Hi and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to make a slab-built mug using a pre-made ready-to-use slab. First, let's go over the tools you'll need. Cutter, wooden modeling tool, brush, scoring tool, sponge, scraper, canvas, template, scissors, bucket of water, stamp in case you want to sign your mug, and sleeve. For the sleeve, I use a mix of clay, water, and vinegar. Let's begin. Start by unpacking the slab from its vacuum-sealed bag, removing both the plastic cover and the slab itself. You might notice some wrinkles in the slab, but don't worry about that. We'll smooth it out with a scrape. You will smooth the front and the back of the slab. Once the slab is nice and smooth, we can move on to cutting our shapes from the template. We'll need pieces for the base, the body, and the hand. For the handle, I'm using a medium-sized one today. Now I'll cut out my pieces using the cutter. I'm going to start with the body of the mug. I'll store any excess clay for future use. Next, I'll cut the handle. And then the base. Again, I have more excess clay, which I'll keep for future use. So now we have the base, the body, and the handle. And if you see any rough edges or marks, go ahead and smooth them out. Nice. So I'll start with the handle. Step 1, score both edges of the handle. Then apply vinegar slip to the edges to help them stick. Join the edges together smoothly, pressing gently to connect. Once the handle is joined, I'll smooth the seams with my hand and with my wood tool. I will store the handle in a plastic bag to keep it moist. Next, let's move on to the body of the mug. I notice a little air bubble in the clay, so I'll smooth that out first. Then I'll score the edges of the body where I'll be joining them together. I'll add my vinegar slip again and press the edges. Great. Now onto the base. I'm going to add my stamp to the base, and I'll grab my bending wheel. While this step isn't strictly necessary, it does make things easy. So you will place the body on the bending wheel and score just one side of the body, the side that will connect to the base. Then apply your vinegar slip and you will press the base into the body. And you will use your fingers to gently press the edges together. And once it feels secure, you will turn it around and start joining the base into the body of the mat with your hands. Let me show you how. With your wood modeling tool, smooth the seam of the body of the mat. And then start pushing the base into the body. This doesn't need to look perfect. You just have to make sure that both parts are joining. I'm gonna use the other side of my tool and push the seam up. And then I'm gonna turn around the body of the mat and start tapping the base into the body. Nice. So I'm going to turn once again the body of the mat, and you can check inside. Some people like to add an extra roll of clay in the seam. If you're a beginner, I highly recommend this, but I'm going to just use my wooden tool again and smooth out everything. Once you're happy with the shape, you can use a brush to smooth out any imperfections. You will turn the body one more time and tap again. And we have the body ready. I'm going to leave the mat to dry slowly along with the handle until tomorrow. Okay, today is day 2. Let's look how they look. If any part of the handle looks like it's cracking or separating, you can reattach it by smoothing the edges with a bit of vinegar. So now we're going to use our sponge and water. We will use the sponge to smooth out the edges of the mat. We will also smooth out the base and the seam, the rim, and the hand. You can use your finger to gently push any parts that look rough or that you don't like. Then again, we're going to use the brush to smooth out the inside, and you will notice that as the piece starts dry, some imperfections will start to show up. So now I'm going to attach the hand. You will need to score the body and the handle. I'm going to apply a layer of the slip to both the body and the handle. And I'm going to press the handle onto the body, ensuring that the slip is well bonded. any imperfections appear, you can smooth them out with your tools, your hands, and remember that the clay is still soft and you can adjust the shape. So we're almost done. I'm going to let the mug dry slowly and evenly. And to prevent it from drying too fast, I'm going to cover it with plastic. And you can add a little support to the handle so it doesn't go down because of the gravity. So again, this is the third day and the mug is drying up slowly. I'm going to smooth again some parts that are not looking perfect. Yeah, we're ready. I'm going to place the mug over a rack so the air dries up the mug evenly. And that's it for today. Thanks for following along. In the next video, I will show the bisque firing and the glazing. So let me know if you have any questions and enjoy making your own slab-built mug. Thanks for watching.